Hello, my name is Mordred Viking, and I'd like to welcome you to quite possibly the saddest scene in the entire game. It's just... Damn it, let's waffle, that was terribly timed! I was trying to do a sad bit. Thank you for that, waffle. Bits for the Child King. So yeah, this is probably the saddest scene in the game, because he's all on his own. Usually you see the monarch, their spouse, and their heir. There's nobody. I'm actually fairly sure that he's an orphan right now. But here we have our 6-year-old emperor of the Empire of Mali. The good Emperor Risk. And he's probably either going to be the best emperor that we have ever had, being on the throne for as long as he will be, or he'll die, like, straight away. I think that's what's going to happen here. It's either going to be absolutely amazing or dead. Alright, let's bring myself back. Cool, so here we go. The Emperor Risk. No, he does have one parent, so Gimo is still alive. Alright, good. Although he is now unmarried, because he was married first to his mother and then his grandmother. I kind of think that Gima should probably be his guardian. Although he doesn't have a 100% relation. It's just 48. So, what are you going to be good at? 'Cause I think you just became 6. Yeah, a couple of months ago. Currently getting a diplomacy education, and he is a pretty good is he? Base 1 in diplomacy, base 3 in learning. No, he should be getting a learning education, definitely. So let's set that up first. And then we're going to go to learning. Grima is very learned. Although charismatic negotiator, that's not actually a learning thing. Torgil is learning. Arbitrary, gluttonous, and arrogant. No, those are terrible traits. Oh dear. We may not have any really good learned people to actually teach you. Alright, what about diplomacy? Grima is a diplomat. With decent learning. Diligent, generous, and compassionate. Those are better traits, at least. Legendary Blade Master, amateurish, no. In fact, you know what? Why am I using just that list? That list is now terrible. I should be using the entire realm. There we are. Realm. So, Countess Barakisa, an astute intellectual. Freya, mastermind philosopher. Here we go. This is better. Impatient, just, and diligent. Boom. Shy and absolutely not. Yeah, I think that Countess Freya is actually going to be the one for us. So we're going to offer you a ward. And that ward is going to be us. Please don't kill us, Freya. Please don't kill us. And you are Voodoo True and you are Norse. Excellent. So, you're not exactly keen about us. So I think one of the first things we're going to do with you as well is probably sway you. So we'll send that proposal. We'll let that proposal go through. Come on. There we are. And then we're going to start... Oh, I can't sway. I'm a child. Oh, dear. Well, we have a couple of things going in our way, at least. So, firstly, our council is actually quite positive. Even the Spy Master probably won't try to kill us immediately. And actually, the council are probably the most loyal people we have, and considering it consists of 3 kings, a jarl, and a random count, who should probably replace, I think that this is going to be good. Duchess Wadanna, let's bring you in, just to keep you placated as the court chaplain. There we are. And then you're going to raise levies, just in case we need more soldiers. You're going to continue developing. You're going to make sure we don't die. And you're going to do the domestic affairs to try and keep everybody in the realm at least somewhat placated. And this is also all 5 of our minions. We do definitely want to recruit a court chaplain. Sorry, not chaplain, a healer, which is going to be Grima. You may not be a very good teacher, but you are a good physician. And then we have no air. Yeah, that's more of a problem. Okay, let's do another save. Because we basically have to survive for 6 years. No, 10 years. 10 years without dying. And preferably holding the realm together. I mean, those 10 years are going to count towards long rule. And we are somewhat lucky in that our predecessor was not completely hated. Opinion of predecessor plus 24. Although we're losing 5 of that a year. Ouch. Okay. Have I played as a child yet? Nope. Can you rotate the map? No. So, okay, so what did we do in the previous session? Well, we actually had a pretty long and prosperous reign, as you may be able to tell by the extent of our growth. We fought a series of wars against the Adids, and managed to break through to the coast of the Red Sea. So we are poised to make our jump over to India. Unfortunately, everything we can reach in India is now Rakid, and Rakid have got 66,000 soldiers, compared to our, I think, 10,000 at our absolute peak under the previous monarch, whose name I've already forgotten. Who was it again? Let's see. Your mother. Glumshine, that was it. So we're kind of waiting for the Rakids to fall apart. He does have about 1 billion different kingdoms. Telangana, Gujarat, Makran, Dalam, Persia, and then the Rakid Sultanate itself. So I am expecting this to implode in a pretty big way when their succession happens. As long as they're not primogeniture, and they might be. Neighbouring ruler, neighbouring war, resolved. Prisoners dying in jail. Let's go and check who we have here. Couldn't we release some of these people in exchange for lots and lots of dosh? Not really, no. Well, what about... Are they any good? Not really, no. You're not awful. We'll recruit you, just in case. Malika, aren't you married? Yeah, to the Banasids. Oh, but we just completely crushed them. Right, so you probably don't have a huge amount of money left. Definitely not recruiting you. You hate us. In fact, most of these people do. So we're just going to demand their conversions and then just let them go. Kina. And Mukhtar. Okay. So now our prison's emptied. We are just going to sit on our money because there is a very, 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 very good chance that we're going to need money later for mercenaries, because I'm expecting some of these to become unhappy, particularly as the opinion of predecessor tick down. But here we are. We do have a decent diplomacy, all things considered, and we're not terrible in a fight. But more factions are being created. Thankfully, several of these cannot join factions for whatever reason. And in fact, can I be using any of my hooks? I don't have any hooks. I'm a child. It's annoying that I can't even sway people. Faction created against us. Yeah, we're going to have faction after faction after faction appearing. So, Princess Romulus, the 15-year-old claimant, wants the Empire. And support for her is probably going to surge as soon as she hits 16. Because right now she's underage, so that's going to be a big negative. And we also have a couple of people wanting liberty. So all of these might trigger at the same time. So again, we need loads and loads of money. Is there a way of seeing the lifestyle tree of other characters? No. The only hint you can get is what traits they have. So if, for example, they have a whole body... What is it called? Yeah, whole body? Oh, I can't even see it on my own character. Hang on. Am I having a diplomacy education? I am, aren't I? No. Learning. Learning, learning, learning. Almost forgot to change the focus. So we lost about a year. Okay. If multiple factions rise up in rebellion, will they fight each other? No! Usually what will happen is one will trigger, which will reduce your overall strength, and then more will trigger. It's a domino effect. Camp fever. This might well be game over right here. I have heard stories about brave soldiers dying like flies before they ever set foot on the battlefield. But me, an emperor, this aching, feverish nightmare is not a fate meant for me. As yet, another meal forces its way up my throat. I pray for redemption. My nostrils stinging with the sharp stench of bile. Do not worry, my lord. Typhus is treatable, I assure you. Too late for caution. We're going all in. Hell yes, Grimmer! My eyes widened when Grimmer led a goat into my chambers. The foul stench of his flatulence made me cover my nose, but the physician pulled my hand away. Apologies, my lord, but this is the treatment. She recommended deep breaths. Strangely enough, I can no longer feel any symptoms. Okay. We got lucky. Quick save. One could go to absolute crown authority, which would allow me to designate an heir, so it wouldn't just be straight up game over. Problem with that is it will piss off my vassals. But then I can just throw those vassals in jail, because I'm fairly confident in our military. It is a 20 hit to opinion, and this will definitely increase the size of rebels against us. I don't think I can actually choose an heir, because we have nobody that can be chosen. And therefore is pointless. Ah, son of a bitch. Cloud saves. Goddamn cloud saves are enabled. Which means there is no save. I wonder if they'll appear if I quit and let the cloud saves actually upload. Well, I have a save made just in case. Yes, the game has stopped running. There you go. Play. We'll see if the cloud saves actually worked. I have my doubts. I hate that they're enabled by default. No. Nope, it did not work. Well, sod. We are now uselessly stuck on absolute power. I'm going to have to reduce it again. I don't know if I'm going to be able to straight away, though. Oh, yes, I can. There goes all of my prestige. It was nice having you. Hopefully prestige doesn't equal popularity. Speed 4. Watching this faction very, very carefully. King Nicholas created the cadet branch Mordling Pedroche. Zainab is a lot of fun to be around. She usually demands a lot of attention, but I do not mind. Every time I see her, my day is made better. I am heterosexual. I get a crush. Daw. She's quite good for a 6-year-old. 5153-310. Unwelcome attention, Queen Mariam has been pestering me for a long time now. She usually goes unnoticed, getting at me when nobody is looking, but I cannot stop no matter what I do. Queen Mariam is now my bully. My 15-year-old vassal. Of Darfur. Spy Master just died. That's not good. So Countess Killia could be made the next Spy Master. She is the best at the job. What are you? You're a content adventurer. That's perfect, actually. Even though you don't necessarily like us, you're also not likely to go against the status quo because you're content. It looks like my vassals are having fun, keeping themselves amused, and Darfur is keeping themselves amused. So the real danger here is Takrur. And they have enough troops where they could spark an uprising. And so it begins. I've become the new dynasty head. So the first dynasty head that I've controlled for a really long time is the 8-year-old. Interesting. I can call in dynastic allies. That's a really big deal. That's a really, really big deal. And we now have 1,000 saved up, so financially we should be pretty okay. Yeah, there's Takrur. I knew you would join. Constant torment. The things Mariam puts me through as a child still weigh heavy on me. The stares, the laughter, the pain. Every time I see her, my mood is sure to turn sour. She might have become an adult now, but I know that she will never become a decent person. I'll never forgive her. Plus she's a heretic. A heathen. An infidel. Yep, we're going to have to fight at least a civil war. So I wonder if there are any moves that I can make to try and secure, for example, my gold mine here. I can revoke. Unfortunately, Romulus is an elusive shadow. Yeah, she took over the whole... Oh no, this is Shemai, who is also the right faith. You took over the whole of Gen, unfortunately. And then we have Prince Guardian here, who is Old Oresian. You're a heretic. I'll be taking that. %1 chance. can't really afford the tyranny right now either. So that one is a province I can take back again. You know what? Raise the local army and go and sit on his capital. We'll risk it. Getting the extra personal power I think is going to be worth the risk. As long as that faction doesn't trigger in the same time. They're still a month away. We're revoking that. You're a heretic. Nobody considers this evil. He won't like it. I don't care. Oh, Call Sign Slinky also rose up. Okay then. Seems a bit silly. Oh, I can't actually... Damn it, siege that. Try that again. We do have an absolutely amazing siege train, so I don't really know what they intend to do here. Pretty sure I'm better at sieging than they are. Wasn't expecting this war to take as long as this. Come on, come on, come on. I need this to be over before they rise up. 5 months. You got it. Okay, so you can now be revoked without penalty, which gets me some more land. And Bandagara could also be revoked. However, Call Sign is fairly good at his job. And Bandagara is not in Gen, so I'm not as interested in it. It's in a different duchy. I will permit you to go for a hook. And a conversion. You still don't particularly like me, but that's okay. Alright, so. Does that duchy not exist? No. Let's create it. And then he won't be my personal minion. Now, who controls all of this? Oh. Kingdom of Gurma. Well, I'm going to make you the Duke, which will, I think, placate you somewhat. And I'm going to... That's all I can do. Wait, I have extortionate taxes on you? I do. I didn't do that. Whoever was your liege did that. Which was probably Gurma. Or maybe Jen. A guardian, Countess Freya, spoke to me about the capital sentence that a lowly thief had been given 2 days ago. She wanted to know what I thought of such a harsh penalty for such a small crime. It was too much. The punishment should match the crime. I become just. This is not the law of a godly realm. I become cynical. Or we should be satisfied with all that we already have. Well, I'm definitely going to take just. Absolutely I'm taking just. This might actually save us. Because vassals love just characters. We've just got a plus 30 opinion. Oh no, plus 20 opinion. Minimum. Greetings, my charming liege. I would like to petition you in your wisdom to consider my claim for the county of Canham. It is not right that my Biri should sit safe. I'm not doing that now. Bugger off. Bit busy here. Not dying. Okay, that's actually a vassal of Gurma, so I should have just given them to you. That was a mistake on my part. So that was... Oh, it is call sign. I shouldn't have created the Oldham. That was silly. Okay, you are now not my problem. You are now her problem. And Gurma now likes us more. Their strength went down. People left because we're just. Like I said, that might well have just saved us. Okay, awesome. So we did waste 200 ducats there. We should have just given them the land straight. It just saved us. Very good, very good. Okay, we are now 9. 41406. And how's the council behaving? Not terribly. My short reign is just down to a -6 now, 10 years old. Faction is disbanded. That makes me very happy. What are our tenets? The tenets... Oh no, they have changed slightly. We are Unrelenting Faith, Legalist. Those are the same as previously, and we also now have Ancestor Worship. Although I have not yet seen the ability to create a single runestone. The whole point of us going Ancestor Worship was that we could build runestones in Africa. They've never become available. How did I get a Norse king in Africa? I moved there. I started up here in Gotland, then moved over to Holland, and then became the Jarl of Frisia, which I've just noticed has basically disappeared into East Franconia. And then from there we moved down to Andalusia, and then from Andalusia down to Takrur, and then Takrur into Mali. And then Mali we became an empire. And now we're on the Red Sea, and my next objective is India. You are still kicking around. You're 67. You're still in fine health. Usually obese is just a death sentence. Not for you, apparently. Okay, so Mali got over their civil war. What kingdom are you in? You're in Sao, okay. Did I ever create Songhai? I did. Oh, but these counties should be in Songhai. Oh, I am sorry, Songhai. You're probably pissed at me that there are a couple of vassals who you don't control. Which should be Countess Edla of Kukria. Yeah, absolutely. It should be these two. Oops, not grant title. Grant vassal. Kukria. And then also Bilalai of Zarmia. There we go. You should be on Horsaland, why aren't you? Jalai of Kano. Frika is Kanan Bruno, which we don't have a kingdom for. That's in Sao, which we don't have a kingdom for. And then we cannot form the Kingdom of Nubia. Or Blemia. Actually, can we create Blemia? No, we need one more county, and then we could form Blemia. And Nubia, we've got about half the territories required. Although, all of this is just split off of Isa. I'm just saying, that's an opportunity for you guys. Masina, you should be in Ghana. You're definitely mine. You're definitely mine, and then we also have Guinea. Can we create Guinea? No, we need one more county, and then we can create a Guinea. Interesting. Okay. What Ealdom is this? Furajalon. That is a proper Ealdom as well. Right, so let's create Furajalon, which is a proper Malian province. So I need to give it to either you, which is Kilia, and we like Kilia. Mostly because I don't want you to kill me. So you get that Ealdom. Congratulations. And that's also going to make our realm more efficient, because they'll pay us proper taxes. Okay. And also means that we now have a 93 relation with our spy master. Excellent! To build the runestones, check the decisions tab. Oh, I did. I said that while I was checking this. There is no runestone here. Yes, I have all the gold mines. The last one we built was Bumbuck. And I think some of them have even been upgraded. Wasulu has, it's a level 2 now. And Burr is a level 3. So yeah, Diaka is really investing in that now. Which is why I really want to control this province. It's kind of important. And now that I'm just... You know what? I know what I need to do. I need to get you to fabricate me a claim on Burr. And then I can do that legally. Without tyranny. I totally forgot that was a thing. It's just basically going to take us some time to consolidate everything, but we will get it. Found University requires 40 development in Timbuktu. It currently has a development of 19, and I have no intention of building that up more. Eagle's Lair is where I'm focusing, and even that's just on 39. Now, Wasulu, we could upgrade the buildings here. Let's upgrade the hillside fields. Starting to feel a little bit more secure in our hold on power. We have some populists who might rise up, but populists aren't a threat. Not in the same way as other things are. Factions disbanded. Populists. We have low control. Let's check that. We do. Inherited the Temple of Yantfoila. Okay. You're a vassal of what? You're the... Oh, right, yeah, you're the Jarl of Mercuria. You're a powerful vassal. I put you in that position. So, Yantfoila... We need to find somebody with high learning who is of our religion. Actually, you're not bad. Would actually be a pretty good potential spy master should bad things happen to our current one. Although Roggenfrid has much more learning. Let's give it to you. It is a temple after all. Yeah, I have the Holy Order. Okay, it's now suggesting I get betrothed. I think I still want to wait until I come of age to see what I excel at, or not. War declared! Isa has declared war on us. For the Duchy of Backlin. 26,000 troops. Rally the armies! Thankfully, most of the factions have now dissolved, so they actually quite like us. We do have a standing army of 9,000. Alright, let's get the safety helmet, because I feel like we might need it here. Let's do this. So, first of all, we need to choose where to raise our troops. And I think it's going to be Bazin. Now, what's the war go? There's 2 wars. The Oyan War for Nana Chiboza's claim, and then the Holy War for Backlin. Backlin's that. So this is what we need to stop them taking. Okay, so yeah, I think Bazin is going to be the place where we raise our forces. Let's set up a flag there, and then say raise local. And then choose their commander, who I think is going to be Astrid, especially as she's a holy warrior. She's basically going to have a commander advantage of 49, which is ridiculous. How old is she? 61. Good old Queen Asta. And then we'll raise the rest of the troops here as well. And I think we're going to bring in... Damn it! The Holy Order, except I can't afford the piety for that. We could call in you. She's just a fool. This is just what she's called, is just fool. Content, impatient, gluttonous. Okay. Or the rational empath. Vassal in the kingdom of Canham. And you're just a count. It both just counts. Alright, let's raise the armies, and we'll fight this. Now, where was... war after war after war is breaking out. Why am I being called into all of these little ones? Is that actually against me? Because why aren't I getting the declarations? I've only had 1 declaration of war. You're in prison. Well, my focus definitely needs to be on this. Losing a couple of counties on the frontiers, not my real issue. And another one. Why aren't I getting declarations for these? These feel like these are individual wars against counts. Why aren't those counts being called in? Because shouldn't I be brought in as like an ally? Or maybe I am. Now here's the danger. Yeah, if you go for my capital, that's a problem because I'm there. I really need to upgrade this city. Alright, this is the Men-at-Arms army. It will take 29 days to return home. That's okay. It's because you actually have some levies. Let's split out those levies. You can immediately stand down. then what I'm going to do is I'm going to raise those regular forces here. You're going to fight them, protect our capital, then we'll drop them again, shift them over to the other side of the country. It's a little bit gamey that you can basically do this instantly. Oh dear, now it takes 3 months. Probably because they just fought a battle. Well, we can actually blitz down their defences here. How long are you going to take to raise? Okay, you're now raised. So we're going to back you off to here. We may well lose a province or two. Or they come in. So we're just going to blitz these guys down just to get them out of this war. There you go. Although it is costing me a bunch of money. Okay, County of Burr is now officially mine. I'll be taking that. Thank you. Alright, so we've got 2 of the gold mines back under our direct control. And in fact, this entire duchy is now under my control again. We still need to take Gen back, but we only have 1 extra holding slot available. So that's less of a immediate problem. And that should be one of the wars over. Why isn't it? Because apparently it just isn't. I'm going to take attrition if we go there. If we do this though, we won't. These guys still haven't appeared with big armies, thankfully. Need to keep an eye out on that, though. Duchess Wadun's staunch and impeachable reputation has earned her the respect of many. Often called on to adjudicate disputes, she is perceived by many as the embodying spirit of the divine justice so central to Voodoo True dogma. How commendable. We gain fervour. That's really helpful, because our fervour sucks. Because our main way of expansion are holy wars. Oh, I think Mao was just an ally. Prince Rain created the branch Cassilo did. So we should fight and destroy this army. If we get there in time. Then we'll take their capital. Piece them out. And then I think we'll basically have to withdraw over here. Because I've got to start fighting this and there's their main army. Alright, I'm actually going to pull back to here. Just in case you're homing in on that force. The child preacher. I watched my naive acquaintance, Olumuremi. They were laughing and leering at him for a while before the pushing began. Despite the mockery, he tried to keep up the lesson until the first blow landed. I'll protect you. We become brave. Let's all stop this right now and talk about this. We become calm. Is this how you treat someone preaching the divine word? I mean, I'm feeling like this guy ruling over the entirety of the Empire of Mali from the age of 6 would have become pretty darn brave. I'll protect you. Chance of getting wounded. We were wounded. No we weren't. We're fine. So we are now just and brave. 2 virtues. Can we get a third? Successful wound treatment. Thank you, Grimmer. You are seriously the best physician we have ever had. She is ridiculously good at her job. Oh. Leave my capital alone! So we're about to start sieging down Crewe, which will be nice. They have 24,000, 26, 7,000. Increased prowess by 1. Oh, Freya's... Sweet. She's a scholar. 100%. So we're enforcing our demands on you. Then we'll take you out. Just so you're not going after my capital. This is my main concern here. Once they're done, I can focus on this war entirely. So they probably will take a couple of provinces over here. So we need to keep an eye on the war score. And am I able to hire the Holy Order yet? Yes. Good. In fact, you can come down here and go and thrash them. If you don't mind. I've discovered Queen Fatuma's inherited contract obliges her to more than you have collected. I'll be changing that to take high level of troops. Thank you very much. Okay, they're leaving my capital alone now. Which is probably wise. There we go, caught you. 1,000 Huskarls, which are actually not counted. Show me what you can do. A glorious victory. Still got a terrible number of kills, though. 1,000 of you killed 66. You just outlasted their morale. Fell pastures created in Musulu. Where's this war again? Down there. Oh, against Oyo. Alright. As our Order of the Faithful of Tyr grow, we need more land from which to organise our defence of the Voodoo 2 faith. The city of Kulabel would be good. That depends on where on earth this place is. Now see, that's not actually my territory, so yeah, absolutely, it's yours. Enjoy! Thank you for the 750 ducats. Alright. We can piece you out. We can have you marching over here. And we can have you disbanding as soon as we can. Ah, which you can do now. It'll take you 2 months, but that's okay. And then we're basically going to re-raise you right here. It'll take you some time to gather, but then at least we have an army which we can use to face off against them. Okay, good. And then these guys are on the way. Marvellous. And that's true. We could hire mercenaries if we need them. And for this, we might need them. I don't want to spend too much. Bush hunters, how many do you get? 400. You know what? The Ashanti band, almost 2,000 men for 350 ducats. Sounds lovely. I do wish you could say where they are hired from, because they always appear at your capital. You can head over here as well. Oh, in fact, I wonder if I disband you, because I know we keep them, and raise all here. Ah, that's how you move them. Okay. Could probably do the same for these guys. Let's test it. Sent you, and then we can go over here. Put a banner down. And then re-raise you. Perfect. That's how you move the Holy Order. Now I know. Rather than having them walk literally across the world. Awesome. Right. let's start moving you guys forwards, because we're going to need to start actually getting entangled in a couple of battles over there. We want Asta back. You are commanding another army. That's unfortunate. Gotcha. Alright, good. So we... Actually, it looks like Oyo is already being sieged down by whoever it is they actually attacked. Ashanti. So, as soon as they're out of range, I think what we're going to do is disband once they're out of the county. They're not out of the county. Alright, let's try moving you over there. Meanwhile, on this side, I think we've pretty much just got to start pushing in against them. Quite a few of their troops are a bit further back, and if we can start making some hits against them, that would be great. Where are they again? There they are. You, disband. 4 months! I think you may actually walk over here faster than 4 months. So, set off. Get going. Go on, get. Okay, everyone's coming in for a fight here. This is in the desert, which I think is where light cavalry excel. Drylands, plains. No, they do not have any advantages in desert. So we actually kind of want to get over here, if we can. Stack wipe. And then we're going to start pulling back to this. Big armies coming in. 5,000. 8,000. 13. 12. So they're going to win this fight. But we are going to do a tremendous amount of damage to them. They've actually got some armoured horsemen now. Yeah, we haven't done a great job countering their men-at-arms. But I have a feeling that's just because they have so many of them. So before we lose too many soldiers, we're going to back off over to here again. Off we go. Okay, so that was a defeat, but we did kill... Oh, we actually lost more than they did. 2,900 to their 2,600. Particularly the levies took an absolute pasting. Light cavalry took more of a pasting than usual. And we actually lost 4 champions. Ouch. How are we doing for champion numbers? We can recruit you. No, you're way too expensive. Way too expensive. Too expensive. If it's less than 100, I'll basically hire them. Because they can fight. And then I think I might actually just invite some champions, spend a bit of our prestige. Like, we have loads of prestige. That's not so much of an issue. Okay. So we did win a couple of battles there, but ultimately not successful. And we lost our marshal. So Astrid really wants a position. And she's a good steward. It's just the problem is Kettleman's even better than she is. And I think right now, because we're at war, we're going to want Duchess Ilva to take this position as steward. A helpful warning. I've received a missive from Malek Sisando of Marwanid. It claims that Princess Romulus, my aunt, has requested support in the plot against me. There is nothing I value more than loyalty, his letter reads, hence why I share this with you. Well then, Romulus. Irrational antagonist. But Romulus is a bold fool with a lot of intrigue. She is guilty and I will publicly accuse her. If she was indeed plotting, which she probably was, she'll go into jail. We have inherited the earldom of Bazin and others from Ilva. Oh, damn it, she just died. I just made you my marshal. So I guess it's going to be Duchess Shidaby instead. Okay, cool. Out in the open. At a gathering of many vassals, I declare that I have knowledge of Princess Romulus's treachery. However, her fellow vassals are far from satisfied with the foreign lord's letter. Romulus speaks for them all. What evidence is there? If a letter was enough, would we not all be guilty? The gathering murmurs in agreement. This is getting out of hand. I'd better seize the initiative, so it's a diplomacy challenge. 50-50, roughly. Or I've declared her a traitor and she shall be treated as such. I'm just, so we can't do that. We'll try. She'll either dislike me or really dislike me. A rousing speech on loyalty, so she somewhat dislikes me. So I guess she wasn't actually plotting, otherwise she would have just gone to jail. We gained a champion. Cool. You are recruited. Or not. 245 ducats. Bit pricey for just one guy, especially as we are not gallant. And then here we're going to raise new forces, which is going to include all of the new champions, which we've just raised. And we can get another Dynasty Legacy, so we can get Bureaucrats, which increases the base progress and Councillor skill impact on Councillor tasks, or just General Opinion plus 10 for Righteousness. I'm going to take the General Opinion plus 10, because my gosh, that would be useful. Especially with our current ruler and the current wars that we have in place. Although there's actually nobody rebellious against us. Emperor Risk is doing his job. Alright, let's merge you two together. Now where are their armies gone? They've disappeared. And you need a new commander, which can be Queen Delaney? Gila is a champion in this army, but she can't command this army? Where are you, Queen Gila? Located in Orkar. Okay, so you're actually leading that army, yeah, Queen Gila. That's unfortunate. Because I would very much prefer if you were leading, you know, the forces over here. I feel like if you're the sovereign, you should be able to say, you're leading my army. Somebody else can lead your own. Alright, let's head over here and start sieging stuff back again. We are going to need to be a little bit careful with supply and attrition, though. In fact, let's move through my own territory, because we'll be replenishing and reinforcing the whole time. Holy Order is still on the way over. And we need yet another marshal. Well, Queen Gila is a good commander, but not necessarily a good marshal. But she is a powerful vassal. So we'll go ahead and do that. And we are going to split off sieging armies. So we need the trebuchets and roughly 1,500 besiegers, and then we also need another army, which which is going to be the bombards, and then roughly 1,000 levies. And these guys need generals who are good at sieging. Which thankfully we actually have. Marvellous. Gila's back and command the army. Oops. It'd help if I was pressing the right sudden button. Oh yeah. How much is Couton? 270. He is a very good general. And he is a holy warrior, which would be very useful for us right now. Would effectively give you a command strength of 33. Gila is actually better as a champion. Well, we'll bring you in. See how you fare. Gained a level of devotion. We are now known to be faithful. I don't like that I don't know where their army is. Also, why do I control Baddie? Are there any other weird places I control? Manding, that's fine, and then... oh yes, the Earldom of Bazin. Which I guess is here. Yep. So... I need to choose who to rule over that. Solma's quite good. Solma's very good. Or Gima. You know what, let's make Gima. You're now responsible for the effort to build all the ships required to get us to India. Have at it. Okay, here comes their army. I wonder where they're going to land. Probably here or here. Or there. That works too. We're going to wait until they're locked. And then we're going to land here. And we're going to hit them with the -30. Because they have just disembarked. Double check our commander, because I'm pretty sure you're not the commander I need. Gila, what are you? Enemy fatalities. Oh, no, we need Thane Rogan for it. Yes, this is going to be really painful. Heart-wrenching rejection. Ah, I spend day and night thinking about Aziza, and my heart flutters whenever I see her in the castle halls. However, when I approached her with my feelings, she turned me down with a laugh, crushing my heart under her feet as she walked away. So I can either become vengeful, chaste, or stubborn. I mean, vengeful would allow me to get 3 virtuous traits, which would be pretty amazing. I don't think I've actually played a vengeful character before. Chaste, definitely not, because we kind of need heirs. And we've had 2 crushes now. I don't think that would really make us very chaste. Or we become stubborn. And chaser anyway. Stubborn is stewardship and a health resist. Vengeful is diplomacy reduction, intrigue, and prowess up. Dread gain goes up. I think we're going to be vengeful. I'll show them what it means to put me down like that. Just and vengeful is going to be an interesting combination. Okay, so we are heavily outnumbered 2-1. We do, however, have a plus 46 advantage. Their armed footmen are completely countered, because of course there are. Camel riders barely countered, and horse guard completely countered, light footmen completely countered. Their horsemen are barely countered, and this is dry lands. We have more horsemen though. They do have armoured horse, which we don't. Horn Warriors, which are completely countered. House Guard, which are completely countered. My Archers, half countered. Light Cavalry, not countered. Pikemen, countered. Skirmishers, not countered. Archers, somewhat countered. So we have the better counters. We have 12 champions on the field. We have a better commander. And we have a 46 advantage without any rolls. And we also have a guy who does 25% more damage to the enemy. We are getting absolutely stomped. Okay. Right, let's move back to here. Now, why are you suddenly my heir? Because my father died. So, because my father died, who was not an heir, suddenly Killia is the heir. I mean, I'm not pissed about this, because she would be an interesting character, although she's 60, with a near-death health. I don't think she's going to be around for much longer. So that's probably going to change in a minute as well. So that was a defeat, and actually a pretty bad defeat. We lost 4,000, they lost 4,000. Disappointing. I think I need to spend some more money on upgrading my men-at-arms. Oh, we seem to have gained some randoms again, like you. And you. I wish if you got free men-at-arms, we'd just merge them. So we could get some more archers. Get more pikemen. Pikemen would probably be better. Go up to maybe 10? And the Holy Order is finally arriving. I'm a little bit surprised they're not staying here and sieging stuff, although they might be going out to sea just to land here again. Also, I do need to give Baddie to somebody else. I think I might give it to one of you guys, just so we get to keep you. Like maybe Salma. She has a very high prowess. Or who was the excellent general that we could have had? Gurum. This guy. Actually assign a general. That's annoying. Right, well, you may as well start raising the reinforcements because we need to bring in the new champions again. Are my heirs based on elections or what? No, we're not elective anymore. So I don't know how my heirs are being selected right now. Back here. All of you merge in this one place. Actually, if I can command you all, I'm just come over here now. Cool. So, 8,900 of you, though we do have a fair amount more that we could replenish. I mean, we can do that while we're walking. So get moving, because they still aren't sieging stuff down. The puppy! I'm out playing with Allurumi when I hear it. It's a tiny sound, frail and scared. I look all over, under every stone, around every corner, behind every bush, and finally I find it. A small puppy, all alone, sits between two stones. My puppy now. I have a dag. The dag. As I pet the dag on the head, he happily wags his tail. What name would suit him? Something historical? Something alluding to the white fur? It is an important decision. As the dog rolls over to let me pat its stomach, I find myself distracted for a while. But wait! I know I'll name him. Hold fast. And obviously there is only one appropriate name for dogs, and it is Hunter. What a great name. Why is Tukrur over here? Who exactly are you fighting? Defending against Queen Astrid of Tukrur in the Holy War for the Sheikhdom of Kassala. Tukrur, Karbu and Gola are fighting them as well. So that's why their armies kept on disappearing. Interesting. However, they keep going back to their own lands, which are meaning that they're replenishing. Okay, they are about to sail out again, probably to try and attack over here. I don't know why they do this. Oh no, they're moving here. Interesting. My vassal, Countess Sophia, created the cadet branch Mordling Akum. I think we're going to try and catch that army. Oh, you're just sieging Kassala back, aren't you? Yeah. Oh, that's their main force again. So, let me think. How do I want to deal with this? Because we definitely want to fight them out in the open. We would also like to fight them when they're separated. Stay there. That's dry land, so our cavalry is going to be very effective here. They can bring in reinforcements, though. So this is going to be somewhat down to the quality of our commander. And Queen Jendi could take over. Aggressive attacker. Oh, unfortunately you're in prison. So you were captured after the previous battle. How old am I now? 14. We have a 20 prowess. Impressive. We know how to fight, that's for sure. Right, let's see if we can do some damage here. Queen War is invalidated. Okay, so that's that one down. We have 12,000 against their 3,000, but they do have a bunch more troops coming in. Our advantage is pathetic. They're an unyielding defender, holy warrior, flexible. Oh dear, their general is very, very good. That's not good for us. That's really, really not good for us. Okay, all of the forces here. So it's 10,000 against 16,000. We again probably have the better counters. So my men-at-arms should be fighting at a better capacity. They just outnumber us, and the numbers are just so huge. We're doing better this time, but it's still not enough. Yeah, we did a lot better. What we need is for them to just continue attacking me. So that they don't replenish and we do. That's going to be the way to win this. Arachnos, thank you very much for the bits. Very much appreciate that. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Any prisoners we can recruit? Yes. Guardian, though I would not trust him. Hender, terrible fighter. Badly wounded. Fadim, terrible fighter. Abukar, terrible fighter. Then Islan, incredibly learned. I mean, he's actually quite good all around. He is, however, worth a lot of ransom. You know what? We'll allow it. So, we were once again defeated. This time we lost 4,000 to their 2,600. Unfortunately, that was entirely down to their just much better general. I don't really have an answer for them. I think we just need to bring in the better commander. So the one thing which has been keeping us in this war was the war score. They've actually got the maximum from battles, so they can't get any more. So, I mean, basically we need them to split up a little bit and try and conquer stuff. And we need to march over here quickly. Because the only way we can beat them is when they're separated. Councillor died. No, they didn't. We are now 15. When's my birthday? When are we 16? June. 29th of June. So we just turned 15. Hunter, the troublemaker. My vassal, Mayor Aster, approaches me, rage in her eyes and the dog in her hand, dragged along by the scruffers of his neck. As she reaches me, I see that it's my dear Hunter she is holding. I found this beast among my things. What wasn't chewed to bits was covered in excrement. So I can pay you 250 ducats, or I can say, it's just a freaking dog and you're just a mayor. Get lost. Luring them into the mountains wouldn't work. The problem is, my best units are my cavalry. I've basically got to fight them out in the open. Which we are about to do again. No, this is not open, this is desert. Ah, shit, I screwed up. Back off. Just straight up, just back off. Run away! Come on, late stage. Come on, there we go. We're out. Whoop, 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 whoop. I'm going all the way back here again. Damn it. That's just more free war score for them. Now we do need another councillor. Oh, the spy master died. Damn it. Thankfully, Murama is pretty trustworthy. He's also almost dead. Yeah, we're losing a lot of our nobility at the moment, which kind of sucks a bit. Mercenary contract is expiring. This is costing me a lot of resources. But now they are fully in my land. So hopefully they split up and hopefully they start suffering some attrition. I mean, part of the problem is that the war is over this. It's just border territory and they've been continually like running back to their own lands. So every time I do inflict a bunch of damage on them, it's never enough. Isn't their best also cavalry? We have so many spearmen now that that's not going to be that effective. Actually, do spearmen have a bonus in the hills? Pikemen have an advantage in mountains and hills, as I think do archers. So I think what I'm going to try and do is sneak through to here and then maybe try to fight them there. Desert Mountains. Do any of those units fight better in Desert Mountains? Yes. No. And these actually have a penalty in Desert Mountains. Fighting them in the desert just isn't worthwhile. Kind of need them to attack here. Unfortunately, they're coming in as just one massive blob again. Oh, General's dead. Gila. It's got to be Gila, really. Ah, open terrain expert. You're only a 15th, though, and that would only give us an advantage of +4. Which effectively makes you a 19. Gila's just better. I mean, they'll be coming in dribs and drabs, but they do outnumber us 2 to 1 still. And we still haven't reinforced fully. So, their cavalry completely countered by my spearmen. Advantages on our side. 8,000 against 17,000. We have a huge advantage. We have them pretty well countered. We are still really heavily outnumbered though, and yeah, the advantage is moving away from us. And also, these are floodplains, they're not plains. This means that my cavalry is still not very effective here. I'd have to fight them like in Berber. This has been a military disaster. The annoying thing is, the land that they're taking, it's my coastline. I need that. Is there any Korean faction? No. The map only goes as far as Burma. Doesn't go to the Far East. No China yet either. Though I wouldn't be at all surprised if they add a China later. Beating them in kills. Are we? 900 to 600 then. God damn it. Oh no, that was the previous general. I didn't actually see who we lost there. Spy Master is dead again. Princess Romulus is our best Spy Master. I would disagree. At least for another 5 years. After 5 years, she could be good. But until then, Maya Gorm is probably the better one. Yeah, definitely. Just keep me alive. I'm almost of age. Just keep me alive. Your newborn cousin is my new heir. Well, she's intelligent at least. I mean, that's one downside about us. We have absolutely no positive traits. No congenitals, rather. We have loads of positive traits, but no congenitals. Coming of age. With the help of Countess Freya, I have completed my studies and scholarship. Even if the higher aspects of the subject elude me, I have lived up to everyone's expectations and learned more than most. As I take my first steps into adulthood, I find myself reminiscing about some of the people who have made an impact on the man I have become. The friendship I shared with Ola Remy meant a lot to me when we were both young, and to still have him by my side means a lot. I had memorable times with Zainab. She truly helped me understand both myself and love. The things Mariam put me through as a child still weigh heavy on me, and every time I see her, my mood is sure to turn sour. We are a man now, so we're an astute intellectual. And there we are. Let's do a quick save, seeing as this is us coming of age. Okay, so we can go down the learning path, although I think right now we kind of need to go down the military path. His stats are actually atrocious. He is absolutely rubbish. The only saving grace is that he has 3 positive traits, which basically means that his realm is going to be super freaking stable. Because the vassals should absolutely love him. Plus 20 from Just, plus 10 from Brave, plus 10 from Vengeful. Plus 10 Righteous, plus 10 Brave. Another plus 5 from Just, another plus 5 from Brave. So Brave gives plus 25, Just also gives plus 25. And that's just to people who don't share those traits with him. Alright, so we need to get you married. That's going to be the next thing. So, as is usual from the spouse of a ruler, we just go for overall abilities. We're also going to need to go for fertility. And maximum age is going to be 25. So you're comely. You're a giant. Jemba is pretty good all-rounder. You're an exceptional marshal. Stubborn, generous, brave. So they'd both be showing brave. Not massively great at the old stewarding, like either of you. But we've already got the gold mines and such established, so that's not necessarily a bad thing. And the fact you have all of these abilities and you're just 15. 13, 11. I mean, the 13... Well, do I really need diplomacy with a realm this strong? Probably not. Marshal and stewarding really would be the best. Take the marshal and have her share the marshal skill. Yeah, I don't disagree. And the fact that they're both brave means that these two will get along. We're not doing matrilineal. Okay. Married. Right, you are going to do chivalry. Excellent. And then, yeah, we're going to go martial trait because we've basically got to. So our marshal is now 17. We could, theoretically, try to lead this war ourselves. There are still better generals, though. And also, until we at least have Stalwart Leader, there's no way I would risk this. So no, we're going to go strategy focus for you. And we're going to start working on the gallantry, because I just really like it. And also, for somebody who's brave, it just seems appropriate. Okay, so we now have a 20 martial general. So that should increase the size of my levies. Unfortunately, our stewarding sucks. In fact, I am the best commander. Even without the +5 advantage. Well, that's interesting. Leading own soldiers +5 and then inherited tactics +5 for the dynasty. I mean, Duchess Guram right now is rather good. Unfortunately, she is leading an army elsewhere. And then the Empress. Jungle Stalker. Not sure that's going to be very useful in the deserts of Africa. Hunter, the charmed vassal. I stumble across my vassal, Mayor Olfemi, crouching beside my dog. Hunter, vigorously scratching his stomach. This dog of yours is quite charming, my lord. He is a good boy. Good point. In fact, I don't think you can forbid yourself from being a champion. You're either in the battle or you're not. You're never actually going to act as a champion. Yeah. Okay, so what is our way of winning this? Their armies are again split up. These guys are in the dry land, but that's their main strength. This is a lot of troops. They're going to be taking supply damage. Oh, it's an uprising! Oh, hell yes! The Abbasid clan war. Whoa, that's a lot of attackers. Okay, so we basically need to work on retaking Sinkat. So we're going to move in to the barony of Eddama. We're going to split off our usual siege train. Except I think I'm just going to have the one. And you're going to go and siege that down. And that's dry land, so we're going to stand here and just look menacing. And if they decide to turn around and try to come for us, then we'll also turn around. Did we lose our mercenaries? I think we did. Yeah, we did. I would really prefer if the mercenaries came up with a pop-up saying you can rehire these guys. I know there was a warning saying you need to rehire your mercenaries, but I was expecting there to be a pop-up when it actually happened, because I remember that happened at least once. But yeah, we've lost our mercenaries now. That's annoying. We've just got the Holy Order. 6,000. All of these are on the move as well. No, we're going to back off. This will at least buy you time to get that siege done. I don't think we're going to be able to back off here. So, I need to put my helmet back on, because, you know, fighting! How's this going to work? We have 8,000, they have 6,000. We do have the greater advantage. I mean, if we can just kill a significant number of their troops, then hopefully their rebels can cause some of the additional damage. I mean, clearly this battle has been destructive enough. We're actually doing remarkably well here. Yes, we beat them. We beat them! We're chasing, we're chasing, we're chasing, we're chasing. Yes! Stay here. These guys are going to come in. They are locked in. That's 7,000 against our 8,000. Oh, glorious victory. Divide and conquer. 400 losses, 4,000 kills. Open ground battles. That's where we excel. I keep forgetting the floodplains do not count as open ground. Neither do deserts. This, however, is dry lands, and it does. However, they are about to kill my sieges, because I was caught snoozing, apparently. Slightly irritating. Oh well, we'll just have to raise them again. They've done their job. And we will also see this group off. They are coming in with the armoured horsemen, but they are completely countered by my 1,000 spearmen. So, yeah. Fate smiles upon me. The Empress is pregnant. Marvellous. Here come the heirs. And then a second glorious victory coming in there. Hopefully you can get a... Oh yeah, late stage. Run away. Just run. Heck yeah. Alright, let's back off and start you replenishing. 3,500 kills, 400 losses. That's a lot better. That's a lot better. Okay, good. We did lose that fight, but we lost 700, they lost 100, but that was, again, my siege train, so... Not that bothered, and they did the job. They took the fort. Although it does look like they're going to take it right back again. So we need to retake these two. That's now our objective, because we can win this through war score. While this is still contested, this war is not over. And us taking that has just contested it again. We have got primogeniture! Ha, freaking Tsar! Under the primogeniture succession, your oldest child inherits all your titles, and I'm guessing that if we are absolute, we can actually designate who that heir is. The youngest child inherits under ultimogeniture, or we can do seniority, which is throughout the entire house. No, we're going to do primogeniture. Change the law. Done. We are now primogeniture, and unfortunately, Rakiad, I think, is also primogeniture. Nope, he is still there, 73 years old. And going, he's still fine health. He's going to outlive Eagle Slayer. And that's impressive, she made it to 90. We just need to go and retake this fort, and then go and fight for these guys. Take that stuff back again. Qatar, because it looks like their armies are heading off. They're busy with other things. You know what? You go and attack that. I forgot that you don't actually have any siege engines. If you can stop them from running away, that'd be great, because that would definitely be a stack wipe right there. Let's go and intercept them. There's no escaping this. It's in the hills, so they will have the hill advantage. They do have another 6,000 men coming in. But if I can defeat this army before their reinforcements arrive, that would be awesome. Oh, okay, they're pausing. They don't think they can win. It's not a stack wipe, unfortunately. But you guys are just sitting here in the dry land. That's good for me. 9,000 of you, do it. Chase them down, destroy them. Victory! They lost 2,300, we lost 191. Now we're starting to turn this around, and I think I'm going to start taking the field myself. They have another 5,000 coming in. It has become a habit to walk Hunter daily, and I am not sure which of us enjoys the fresh air and the sun the most. Hunter bounds ahead and looks back at me and barks as if to say, catch up. Medium health boost. And on we walk. That's good. They do have another 6,000 men coming in, which is a little bit scary. But we are crushing those who arrive when they arrive. They've just come in. Yeah, they're just arriving piece by piece. This is going to be another big victory. We are now known for our dedication to the faith. We are now a devoted servant because we're getting so much prestige and fame from these battles. And now that I'm leading myself, we killed 350 and lost only 5,000. I need a lot more champions. I really need to bring in some more champions. There we are. Come and join us. No, they're just running. Leave them alone. Just stay here, replenish. This is definitely the best spot for me to defend right now. Seeker gal. My son and heir! With a tired yet blissful smile, Aikata presents me with a perfect little son. And this perfect little son will henceforth be known as... Bring that subscribe list up, and then also... Okay, so why are those sheets opening over there? Hang on. I'm just going to save you. Yes. Close. It's just annoying because the spreadsheet pop-up thing appears on my other monitor. I'd rather it was just over here. Let's just open you up again. Sublist. Although actually this should be patrons. There we go. Now it's on the right monitor. So this is going to be Eskil, which is acceptably Norse. Yep, Eskil. Alright then. We have an heir. And you've retaken that, so now I need you to come down here and retake this. And then this. And then at that point, this is going to turn around. I mean, we're already gone from minus 50 to minus 25 war score, and then we're going to gain a bunch of war score for holding these territories. Marvellous. And their armies should be getting busier and busier fighting their civil war. Their military strength is down to just 8,000. And the Adhids are also having a civil war. Well, that's unfortunate for them. Haha! That's not apparently my war, so I can't siege that down. We'll just sit here and replenish, and we'll be right next door to the Barony of Qatar, which is where these guys will be. Marvellous! Faction created against us. That's just populists, though. "23 titles can be created. Oh, including Kingdom of Gur. Where the hell is that? Oh, it's south of Gurma. Oh, but Gurma just owns all of that territory. Well, actually, what I can do is give you Gur. And it's still partitioned, so it would split. Speaking of which, Kingdom of Mali is Primogeniture, okay. So, one way of splitting Gurma up, because Gurma is getting pretty big, would be to create Gur and then give it to them. Although, Fortuma is only 26, so she'll be around for a while, yeah. That's fine. Okay, new champions have arrived. Siege is done. We're now just -3. So it does look like we're going to need to take the offensive, which we can now do. Who on earth are you fighting? That this war is taking so long. You're fighting Mariam. We don't like Mariam. Wait, no, it wasn't you. I think it was another Mariam. Otherwise we'd be rivals. Okay, we don't care about that. Well, actually, who was Mariam? What's this war over? War against the tyranny of Duchess Guram. Not my problem, in other words. Okay. Oh, their armies are appearing again, so let's back off. Now, this is going to be in the hills, but our spearmen and archers are very good in the hills, so we'll just be relying on them a little bit more. If they attack us here, they may not. I'm going to take the Mickey a little bit, and we're going to go and attack the tribe of Saraye. And this will just control this entire entrance. In fact, they've done an excellent job just fortifying this. These are all walled settlements. That's basically protecting every entrance point to this area. Have you just... Oh, you sods! You've just taken that from behind me. Cheeky! No, not that way. Hunter in the council meeting. As me and my councillors are gathering for a meeting, my dog Hunter approaches me with begging eyes and a drooping tail. He doesn't like to be left alone, but this is an important meeting. He will join me. Every councillor dislikes us, or a dog has no place at a council meeting. No, you have no place at a council meeting. Right, we need to raise or decide who's going to be the besieger. That will be you. And then Sif, I'm going to need you to go ahead and take that. The council meeting. I exit the council meeting, only to discover the hunter is gone. I look everywhere for him, high and low. What if he is lost and scared? Suddenly I stumble upon my son in Eskil with a dog practically in his lap, vigorously scratching its white stomach. A dog that looks suspiciously similar to Hunter. This is one precious companion you have. Wait. My 0-year-old can already talk, apparently. Ah, yeah, he's great. That's the exile, the uprising army, so we don't want to fight them. And that's a peasant revolt, so apparently... Oh, Duchess Tudor has taken over, although she's badly wounded, so she may not survive. Oh no, health is still fine, successful wound treatment. Fair enough. $90 years remaining. +9. So, what am I trying to do here? If I enforce my demands, they pay me 1,200 ducats, which is basically what we've spent on this bloody conflict. Or we could white peace, and they would actually accept that now. They're up to 88,000 soldiers. These guys are basically the new Mongols. 88,000. And he's an empire now. Bugger. That's why he changed colour. He went from a kingdom to an empire, which means it's actually going to stick together now. Although with the number of kingdoms he runs, he can't be very popular. Yeah, true, it will cripple them if we take their money. You're not wrong. 74 and still going strong. Yeah, this guy is an absolute beast. 75 now. Still fine health. Despite being an obese drunkard. It's because of that crazy learning. He's just gone straight down the body path. In fact, no he hasn't. Oh yes, he has. Whole body. There it is. Cadet branch. Count Osto created a cadet branch. Good for them. Right, where's my siege train? There you are. Let's go and start sieging this down. Oh, hold on. I'm currently sieging the cadet branch. I'm not actually sieging... No, not cadet branch. The bad guys. We've got rightful ownership. What does that do? Rightful ownership. We can use de jure CBs. Press multiple claims for another character in a single war. CB, prestige cost minus 10%. And we are now fascinated with Scootage, which was one of these. Unlocks the Scootage feudal contract, Republican vassal, tax contribution plus 5%, which will be really good, because, you know, that city is a gold mine. Literally. Are you the bad guys? Yeah, they're the bad guys. And we caught their armies separated, although there are 18,000 soldiers here, but that's a mixture of actual bad guys and not bad guys. Are we going to win this before they arrive? Because this is Issa's army. They have managed to rebuild remarkably well. Defeated. Reinforcements did arrive. We're on a -5. This is fighting... In fact, I don't know where these soldiers came from. Abbasid Bait Clan. Issa Grand Clan. So the Grand Clan, I'm pretty sure, are the ones who rule the Empire. Yeah, they're just a kingdom. So I'm going to retreat from this fight, because I have no reason to fight that one. We'll back off. Because these are the rebels. Are we backing off, guys? Come on. You weren't backing off. That's annoying. Okay, I left the army for some reason. That's fine, I didn't get wounded. We did lose 4,500 soldiers. They lost 1,400 because apparently I misclicked and didn't actually retreat. However, we killed 3,000 of their army and wounded their general. So that's good. We have no court physician. No! We legitimately don't have a court physician. Okay, so we are going to need to search for one. Begin the search. And apparently the wife died. Well, time to find another one. It's a dangerous region. So, Countess Konkan is another good fighter. Impatient, generous, content. Rizmata is humble, paranoid, and just. No, what I really need is, again, fighters and stewards, and Konkan really is filling that. And apparently you're actually one of my vassals. Even though you're old Usatru. Yeah, she's just the best option here. Done. And we need councillors too. Oh, the steward died. Well, actually, Astrid's been waiting in the sidelines for absolutely ages for a position. So, welcome. Keep building up the capital, please. Alright, so we're now married to Konkan. I'm going to back all of you off, just in case they do try to come after me. Though they have no real reason to. Court physician. The world is full of dangers, even to the Emperor and his court. So we can either have Gila, who is a very high learning diplomat, or Kalia, who is a hunter, amateurish plotter. I mean, neither of them are that great, so we might try to get somebody else after this, but you're at least a 19 learning. So, Gila, though you don't actually have any physician abilities whatsoever. Hunter, the runaway. I am out riding my hunted dog beside me when he suddenly runs off into the floodplains. My retinue assures me he'll come back, but what if he doesn't? Heel, Hunter! Wait for me! Try to catch him, or I'll be patient. We're brave. We're going to ride out after him. We hired a court physician. We did. That's clearly not true. I find Hunter after a few minutes of searching, happily wagging his tail and pretending like nothing is wrong. He's clutching something in his mouth and he gently places it before me and I see a couple of golden coins. Gee, thanks. Oh, they're trying to attack me again. Let's merge. Siege force, sure. And I will once more take the field myself. Although we do now have a whole bunch of replenishment to do. Unfortunately, all of the border regions of Issa are just owned by the rebels. So every time I siege something, I'm actually sieging down the rebels, not Issa. I guess I could try to launch a naval invasion of their capital or something. Even if they do continue to try and do this. And if I do launch a naval invasion against the capital, then it's going to be difficult to replenish and reinforce. Although, their forces have taken such a hammering, they're down to just 1,000 men. So, yeah, I should probably do that. End this war. My glory is widely known. I am now exalted amongst men, at the ripe old age of 18. And we did defeat that army. In fact, we sacked quite them. Alright, well, we're going to sail down to Mogadishu, I think. Let the naval invasion begin. Can't. Leading the army. I'm somewhat nervously watching my money, which has drained from like 1,000 plus down to 200 during this war. Martial lifestyle. Excellent. Now we can take Stalwart Leader, which will increase my prowess, which makes me tougher, and then also reduces the risk of commanding armies. Marvellous. That's the one I wanted. We're now at a plus 45. We still have negative war score from battles, apparently. But the army is about to arrive in Mogadishu. We should be able to start conquering this stuff pretty quickly. Fatim will not be released. Wanlei, would. Islan, would. Abu Bakr, wouldn't. So are any of you actually good fighters? You are just, but no. But we can convert you. Let's see who's left. You, not very good. Convert and leave. For team, not very good. Convert and leave. Alright, cool. Naval Invasion has landed. And as I said, we will siege down this stuff very, very quickly. So I think I'm going to replace myself with somebody who is good at sieging. Ecstatic peasantry. The peasants in the county of Eagleslayer are in a good mood. The harvest is bountiful, the roads are safe, and the village elders are telling nonsensical stories of cows producing honey-laden milk with geese laying golden eggs. The peasants are praising me for their fortune and have sent a delegation carrying gifts. I graciously accept them. Intriguing. Send more soldiers to get gifts. I can't, I'm just. Or we reinvest in the county, which will give us 10% more development for 10 years. Reinvest. Absolutely reinvest. Okay, so I'm going to split out the bombards and an army. Go and take this. And you can be commanded by... nobody. No, it should be commanded by somebody. I mean, I need to... switch myself out here. This army can be commanded by Sif, though she is wounded, so hopefully she doesn't die from my doing this. And then we'll also have a secondary army, which is going to be the trebuchets. Which is going to be this lot. Oh, and you should also be commanded by somebody, but I don't think we have anybody else that's good at sieging. How much would you be? 10 ducats, perfect. Welcome to the army! You have barely enough troops. You know what? I'm going to send you each another stack of levies. Another 300 to you. One button. And 400 to you. Seeing as this is the bombard force. And there's their army. Coming down to fight us. Maybe. Unfortunately for them, we're catching them out in the open. Gotcha. Oh, this is going to suck for you. This is really going to suck for you. Stack wipe? Stack wipe. And now we're on plus 90. Here we go. You may as well go for... oh, these are still tribes. Interesting. No wonder their army is so big. My hook and call sign has ended. Alright. Now, if they actually run out... oh yeah, they're down to just 700 men. So this uprising is going to be a success. So we do kind of want to end this war before the uprising succeeds. Okay, that uprising has got a long way to go yet. You know what? Just take the capital. See if we can capture somebody important before the war properly ends. Chances are they'll just peace out. If I don't. Oh, these were the Trebs. I thought they were the bombards. Oh well. We'll send them all in. We'll really blitz this down. Come on, come on, come on. Before the end of the month, preferably. Go. Yes. Okay, now I will enforce my demands. 1,000 ducats. Thank you very much. Disband the armies, and there we go. We held firm! We resisted! And now we can take a look around the world and decide where we want to go from here. That was a tough war. Okay, so who did we actually catch in the last stages of the conflict? Isambard we can get. Huntale, you're still waiting. Bassadé, still waiting. Liblin, Ransom, Toda, Jurad. Hafsa. Aziza. Alright, so there are some people who owe me money, that's for sure. And now we're making glorious pots of dosh again. Okay, so we should probably think about reinvesting some of that money. One of the things I really want to do, upgrade the keep in Eagle Slayer. I want a bigger garrison. Not levies. I want a bigger garrison. It's the main thing here. And then after this we'll probably upgrade the watchtowers. And we can ransom some more. And then we need to start thinking... Oh, we've got scutage. Cool. So we should be earning even more money from the city. So what are you now fascinated by, Queen Margarita of Sweden? That's just for a favour. Is that because... Yeah, you can't afford it. Are you any good at fighting? No. Islan can go. And then Jurad has a bunch of territory, so I think we are basically just waiting on you to actually be able to afford your ransom. Islan can already. Hafsa would be paying for herself. She's also blind. Excellent diplomat. Absolutely brilliant diplomat. 61. We'll release you. And then Aziza. A zealot, so we're definitely going to get rid of you. No, we're not. I'm just going to let you burn in. Stew in jail. Alright, so Guardian. Did I release Guardian by accident? Yes, I did. Drat. Oh well. So, what the hell am I going to do about you? I have a feeling you may outlast us all. 47 learning. Good grief. He's still fine health. 77 going strong. Because I think our one real opportunity to go after the Rakids will be during a civil war. And I'm pretty sure that there's going to be one hell of a civil war when he dies. I would also love to go after Isa, but I don't think I... Well, I can't. Well, yes, I could. It would be for this. Just continuing down the coastline. And while your armies are so weak, this would be a really good opportunity to do that. Oh, Ardid and Egypt broke apart. Interesting. Oh! Alright, I've lost my access. No, we need to go after Ardid. For Canon Bruno. How big's their army? Yeah, I thought I read that. Are long pilgrimages worth the cost? They can be. You do get an absolutely colossal amount of piety. So if you need piety, then yes, they are. Interesting. We have spread really quite far into Ghana now. Kingdom of Toro. That's not Ghana. That's Ghana. Guinea. Here we go. I can create the Kingdom of Guinea. Which I'm going to do. I'm going to give it to you. So what do I need to form the Kingdom of Cunumbrano? Oh, 10 provinces. We're a long way away from that. And Nubia? I mean, actually, Nubia, I'm kind of expecting my vassals to pretty much form for me. Because they'll just be gobbling up these little guys. I'm somewhat surprised they haven't done that more aggressively already. So Egypt's army is tiny, but Adid's army is massive. But Adid, where is their capital? What's that? 33,000. You actually have a lot of money. A lot of money. So debt is no longer your problem. I don't think I want to go to war quite so soon after the previous massive showdown. Oh, it's that. I was like, why is there a kingdom tag here? I'm not seeing there being it's this tiny little thing in the middle. Huzzah! Which is apparently an entire kingdom that somehow survived. We have less than 100 years. I need to do something to get to India. We are so close and yet so far. Africa looks dope. Gonna have to start my next game there. Africa does... It is interesting. I would definitely suggest starting in this region. There is some potential for further shenanigans from there. And I have a feeling that early game Africa would be more interesting than late game, because quite frankly we've just stomped through it. We haven't really had any problems until we had hit the Islamic nations in the north. Yeah, I think our best opportunity right now will be Isa. Because here's the thing. We can reach right now up to here. So if I get just a little bit further out, then we can reach Sutia. And then we're in. We've made it. So, Isa, round 2. Either for that, or that. I think it's got to be this. Which unfortunately is against the rebels. So it goes. We have 8,000 men now. So we would have slightly better odds. Let's see if we can just land over here. Do CK3 Muslims have to worry about managing decadence? No, I don't think so. I think the factions which are fleshed out are the Christians and the Norse. I don't think that the Muslims have been yet. Epic music gone sad. Yeah, one of the things which is a little bit weird about CK3 is the music. At first I quite liked it, but I feel like the background tracks just generally are kind of a little bit too in the background. Because you have these epic moments and then basically just the sound of waves. And because the volume differences are so radical, it's kind of difficult to judge them. Ooh, drink teas. In fact, I think that there might have been some earlier. Yeah, I was so focused during that war, it was kind of difficult to be watching chat at the same time. So, let's see. George the Designer, The Only Razor, thank you very much for the follows. Ekduyan, thank you very much for the prime, welcome to the Maudlings. Sandrock wanted me to drink some tea while I had the helmet on. And then Kalinus, this one's for you. Can I try Southern Arabia and see if it gets me the range to go outside of the rackets? I suspect that just going after this will be enough, actually. Alright, so we've got the full 9,000 here now. I'm hoping that we can just go around sieging and just win the war as quickly as possible without actually fighting. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to split out the trebs. We're going to split out bombards. We're going to split out 1,500. 1,800. And 1,700. And you join that main army. In fact, where's the main army? Huzzah! There you are. You go and stand on that crossing. All of you. Not. Ah. Yes, you. Hello. Thank you. Okay. Crazy reorganization later. You're leading that army. You're leading that army. Sif survived. Hell yes. %. Rebel Viper coming in with a new subscription. Thank you very much for that, Rebel Viper. Much appreciate the ongoing support. Oh, much appreciate the support. Speaking of support, it is currently September, which means that if you are interested in becoming a subscriber here on the channel, then doing so this month would be your best option because it's cheaper. So if you are interested in supporting the channel by becoming a subscriber, then that would be the way to do it. Also, you may have heard in the news that Twitch is going to be adding mid-roll adverts. I don't know if they're already in or not. I have no control over that. But if you want to avoid those adverts and never watch any of the adverts, then becoming a subscriber would be the way to do it. If you're a sub, you don't get the ads. Which does sound like a pretty good deal to me. Is this a Liberty War? Yes. So I don't want to interrupt that too much. I really don't want to fight their armies. I just want to take their castles and then I'm done. Fortunately, I think their armies are about to try and land. So I need to stay away from the coastline. But Berber is one of the war goals. Is there any way you can stand where you don't take attrition? Yes. We're now at 50%. This is exactly as I'd hoped. This is just a very, very quick kind of blitz to just take their territories. 14,000 soldiers moving around. Are they coming after me? No, they're still fighting their civil war. That's fine. As long as you ignore me, we have no problems, because I'm not going to go after your armies. I have no reason to. And the faster you let me conquer this stuff and peace out your overlord, the faster we can all return to a relative state of harmony. Oops, that's a lot of armies. However, they don't seem to be coming after me. Colacan has become pregnant. Awesome. So here comes the spare. Queen Fatima converted culture. She is now Horsa. And Mariam also converted. She is now Kanuri. Fine. You can't siege this? It has that many troops? Yeah, 2,400. Blimey. Level 14 fort. Wow. Well, I guess you need some more peasants then. Here, have another 800. You know what? May as well just send another 800 down to you as well. You seem to be able to supply them okay. And I need to be commanding this army. Just go and stand here. Secret exposed! Umardin murdered Garadad. You are a marshal, you have claims, but you're not actually a noble, therefore not relevant. And we're probably getting, yeah, loads and loads of prisoners who we can be ransoming. So let's start doing that. You would now pay your full ransom, that's lovely. Awala, Iftin, Astur, these are all from the same family. Muhammad, Gerald. Is this the second time that we captured Gerald? I feel like that's the second time we've captured him. He probably doesn't like us very much. Yeah, all the stuff I'm sieging is rebel territory, but that's where the war is for. And we are getting war score up to 79%, so it's clearly succeeding. Even though it's rebel, it's still technically part of Issa, because they haven't formally split off yet. Okay, these are two separate armies who could attack the two separate groups here, which I'm not liking very much. You're kind of circling a bit too much like vultures currently. Stop that. Let's pull you back. Old Osterunds in Sila. That's one of ours. That is not Issa's main army. If you don't siege down the stuff that I've sieged, we're cool. If you start sieging it down, we're not cool. In fact, if I siege this, the war's over. 99. I need to continue ransoming while I'm here. We have so many prisoners. This is going to be bountiful. Would be the word. 25 ducats. Fortunately, it's all coming from one guy. You guys need to spread the cost a little bit. Crikey. Start up some kind of ransom cooperative. And there we go, victory. Huzzah! Done. So we have our little outpost now. Here's the important question. Damn it! $91,000. It just keeps getting bigger. How the hell are you maintaining 91,000 soldiers? The Righteous Rob, thank you very much for the Prime subscription. Welcome to the Modelings. Good to have you joining us. Thank you. If you check your trebuchets, they have a limit of level 23 and bombards go to level 35, so there must be some amazing fort levels possible. Yeah, I would imagine so. I do think that upgrading the forts is a little bit too expensive. Like it's 800 per level or something crazy. Like Rasulu, if it tried to go to level 3, would be, yeah, 1,000. It's kind of ridiculous. Did the Wrecked lose to Narwood? I don't think so. They've always controlled the coastline. How big are the Narwhalids? 33,000. Well, we do need to give these territories away. So let's see if there's anybody worthy. Dyer's quite good. You get Pareba. Pretty high development territory. Subide can get Zayla. And whoa. Domain. You get that, and I think you are also going to become the Duchess of these territories, because whoa! You good. You very good. Use up the High Chiefdom. And then we're going to give that to you. The Earldom of Zayla. There we go. Good stuff. Hasn't really helped us though. Yeah, a whole bunch of people became heretics. How many crowns do we have now? Oh, we've gone down. We're down to 4. Blech. 2 emperors, 2 kings, 6 dukes, 17 counts. 17 counts? What the hell's happened in Europe? Okay. Several high-ranking rulers have broken their realms apart. Britannia, gone. Frisia, gone. Gardariki, gone. East Franconia, apparently the majority of, gone. Venice has halved in size. And the Marwanids are a very real and present danger. Britannia is now apparently in France, without having any of... Oh no, they have little outposts. Danelaw. Scotland has appeared, it's no longer Alba. Oh, Europe, what's happened? You were doing so well. I mean, this would be interesting in EU4, just because it would be so fragmented, but still. Ew. Europe is exploding again, yeah. I mean, I have done on observer mode for this game, going all the way to 1400, and the big blobs do tend to blob. Like what we're seeing with the Rakids. That's probably the start of a superpower blob, unfortunately. Which is why I'm kind of like, I really need to fight you, but also I really don't want to. And also, I don't know how exactly I would beat 90,000 soldiers. I don't think it's really going to be possible. You are losing a lot of money at the moment. And you are holding way too many kingdoms. Your vassals can't be very happy with that. So I am expecting some pretty massive civil wars against the Rakids. The question is whether it's going to happen in the next 100 years. I mean, it would have to. It would be as soon as that guy dies. But is he going to die in the next 100 years? That is probably the more pertinent question. You beat 90,000 soldiers with 90,000 swings of your axe. True, but we're not that good of a fighter. Our current character's learned. In fact, our current character's just not very good. He is very, very good in terms of keeping people loyal thanks to his amazing traits. But in terms of actual ruling ability, he's one of the worst we've had. How are we doing for champions? Yeah, so those massive wars cost us really heavily in terms of champion quality. Really, really heavily. A lot of nobility died. Need 150 champions. I mean, we are working towards it. We are on the gallant tree at the moment. I can actually switch to chivalry focus. You know what? I quite like that idea. Do so. That saves me some work with those. So how many of you are filthy heretics? Clearly a couple. Why? Pressing every button except for the one I mean to press. We have 100% fervor. So why is this heresy spreading? My son! We have another heir. And you shall henceforth be known as... Listoshkin. Listoshkin. There we go. Cool. Currently going through the patrons because I sorted out my patron list a couple of days ago, so it has been refreshed for this month. So we're currently going through those. Is the ruler of Tukru Old Ustaru? Possibly. No. His minions are. Oh, the leader of Karbu is Siguric. Dude. And he really doesn't like us. You are, however, a filthy heretic. And it would be one hell of an uprising, but also be one hell of a reduction in his power. Okay, we're down to just 13 people now. You are a zealot. You're going to burn in prison. You... Go. You're quite a good fighter. You're also just and greedy. We like those traits. You can stay. Prince Liban, you're also quite good. You can stay. Layla. Not great. You're minus 1,000 ducats and you're not gaining any money anytime soon, so... Convert and then leave. Sulna did. Convert and leave. Kadafu. Pretty good fighter, you're also a giant. You're a kid. Oh, you would actually ransom. Okay. Dobira. Actually quite a good fighter. I'll allow it. Muhammad. Also quite a good fighter. Also a zealot. Also quite a good fighter. But will ransom. Sarah. And Aiden. And then there were 4. I have another martial perk. So you're the only one that's not a zealot. And you would never be ransomed, so you can just go. And there we go. Dungeons have been cleared out. So, we could absolutely fight against this guy. And probably trounce him. And this would give Guinea quite a few of her lands back. I'm hoping that Darfur, Makuria, and the other Jarls around here go and start taking this. Your account. What are you counts of? Backlin. We need one more county and then we could form Backlin. I'm also hoping you go after them. Do you still have your crazy numbers? Yes. I mean, we've proven ourselves capable of beating that, but it's still a bit of an ask. The other thing we could do, and we probably should do, considering how strong they've been in the past, is just start getting some more armoured horsemen. We can now afford them. Why can't I create this? Ah. One more. 200 armoured horse. We will need to have quite a lot more money before we can do anything further with that. What's my development here now? 43. Sweet. Yep, it's definitely starting to appear as a bit of a bastion of development in Africa. We're getting a an economic heartland. $1,400 ducats. And I'm guessing that you fully built up your region. You have. You should be paying me a bunch of tax. Who are you? You are Olufemi. How much of that money is actually going to me, Mr. Olufemi? $4.5. Although actually, he is by far and away the vassal that pays me the most money. All of the others, like, he pays more than the kings and queens. Mordred, Musa, anyone. I mean, that is basically who we are. We do control all of the gold mines, directly or indirectly. I think if I did this again in the future, I would take over Niani and Bambuk rather than Niani and Jen. Because that way I could directly control all of the gold mines. Really like to see Mordred with high entry characters like arbitrary, sadistic, something. I mean, we had someone who was similar to that, but it's just not really the way that I like to play. I actually kind of prefer the martial gallant types. I don't know what to do from here, because at this point we really are just waiting for the Rakids to disappear. Their army size has gone... Man, your maximum army size is 100,000 now. Ridiculous. I mean, I guess we could do some internal consolidation just to get rid of you. Because you're a zealot, you would refuse to convert. You're also actually not that powerful. And nobody would accept a call to arms from you. Do it. Nobody would be pissed by this, and we are just. We're also vengeful, though he hasn't really done anything to warrant vengeance yet. Alright, let's go. Let's go and get rid of a bunch of these, because I don't even know where they are anymore. Okay. So we're going to set up our army base here. We'll raise the locals, tell them to go and attack the capital. And we'll raise the rest. The locals are going to be commanded by yours truly. This time with new heavy cavalry. Huzzah! There's the capital gone. Probably not even going to need you. You guys can go home. Prisoner taken there. Prisoner taking during siege. I can't speak properly. You have to imprison, then revoke the title, then release for a hook and recruit, then imprison again using the hook, and then banish for sieges all their money. Yeah, I realise there are ways of stealing all the money from wealthy vassals. Just seems a bit gamey. Unless they have, like, genuinely done something against us. Like, if they're the wrong faith or something, fantastic, I'll do it. We have another Dynasty Legacy available, which is going to be Bureaucrats. And then with that, we've finished all 5 of the major lines. So my councillors now work 10% harder. Eight prowess is a good fighter. No, but they lose, I think, 4 for being in prison, so they're actually a 12, and 12 is acceptable. Especially if they start getting traits with more. Strategical impasse. I am sitting around the map table with Queen Ingbjorg and Queen Fatima discussing the strategy for the ongoing war. Ingbjorg eagerly points out the prime targets we should immediately send raiding parties to pillage, while Fatima explains that we need to watch our foes and respond accordingly. So they can do as they wish, and we gain opinion with both. Use Fatima's plan, which is improved maneuverability, which will allow us to move faster for 5 years. Or Queen Ingbjorg, which will give us pillaging, which I think is just raiding. Oh no, siege time. Which is good. Or they get both. I'm just going to say you get both. We have inherited the Kingdom of Ghana. Okay then. Which one's Ghana? Oh, I wouldn't see it because it's on me. So Ghana needs to go to one of the Ghanaian minions. Oh, did I inherit land here? I inherited a bunch of land here. Wow, she had really consolidated. Impressive. So, what is actually in my land? You're not. So basically this north I can get rid of. Yeah. So, what's most developed? Orcar is. So whoever is the best gets Orcar. Neighbor. Very good. And I am not greedy, so I will not have problems giving lands away. Shadia gets one. I need to be a little bit careful with who I give what, because I'll lose their abilities, as they'll be vassals. However, the court of Ghana will then be that much stronger, so it's not necessarily all bad. I think you can always use the abilities of minions in war, as long as they're not in their own wars. And I didn't inherit any earldoms or anything with that, did I? Yes, I did. Kaniga. So Kaniga's got to go to one of these four, and then that's going to be the kingdom. So who of these do I like the most? You're a fighter. You're a steward. You would get me the most money. Definitely you. Grant title, the earldom of Kaniga. And then you in Orcar, who are just, and we're both just, so you're going to absolutely worship the ground upon which we walk, gets Ghana, including the vassal. And there we go. That is how you organise a realm. Just seen your video, which mods do we use? We are currently using expanded pop-ups, which means that things like Guardians actually have a pop-up. We have modified the Norse breakup so that if you are outside of Scandinavia, you remain Norse, rather than becoming Swedish, Danish, or Norwegian. Or you have a choice to. You don't have to, but you have a choice to. And oh yeah, renaming mod, so I can actually rename, like, my children. If I take over as a character who's already had kids and they've automatically named them, I can change that. Messina, what realm are you supposed to be in? You are supposed to be in Ghana. So this is Countess Nafisa. Done. Right, do I have any other random counties that should be given to somebody else? No. You're supposed to be in Cunham, right? Yes. You probably as well. Sal. And then these guys, which I can't do anything with yet. Okay. Right, let's continue this war. Before I forget that I'm actually in a war. Especially as I've taken the field personally. And we have a council position. So we need a new marshal. Queen Geneba of Ghana would be the best choice for that. I'm actually surprised that you're not a powerful vassal. I guess it's because you control just one county? Whereas Makuria probably controls more. You are an excellent diplomat. Are you any better at marshal? Yeah, you are. Okay, so if you switch to here, and then we bring you in as the diplomat, that keeps more of you happy. However, we do still have two powerful vassals that don't have a position. One of you would make a really good court chaplain, but we can't replace the court chaplain for another year. We're getting closer, though. you really going to attack me? That seems silly. Your loss. Thanks for the free money. 71 ducats. Stolen from my people and given to me. I tried Scattered World. The problem is I don't want to remove the titles. I wanted everyone to start with a county. I have not had a chance to look at Scattered World in this. I didn't even realise there was a mod for it yet. Okay, so we gain 23 dread. We imprison Dankaran. Done. Okay, so we are revoking your titles because you are a filthy infidel. And then we can give that land to somebody else. So what did I actually take from that? I took the Kingdom of Kabu. And I assume... a county. But I couldn't tell you which one. Galam. That one. So Bakel, which is in the realm of Kabu, can go to somebody else. Let's see if there's anybody worthy. Marianne's not terrible. Ker's not terrible. Actually, I like Ker. You can have it. And then we need to choose somebody in this de jure area to become the king. You are an excellent steward. You'd actually be pretty good. You're excellent at everything, and you're also just. Unfortunately, you're old Ursatru. If you convert, we can do business. If you don't, then I'm probably going to have a problem with you. And then, yeah, we know that you're good. That's in a different realm. So you're the one who's the most likely. Okay, you're not going to become king. And then we have the Jarl of Woolley, who is Siguyuik. Would you convert? Come on. Am I going to have to revoke your titles too? Because you are definitely too powerful. Time to break apart your stuff. I gave you the opportunity. You refused. Are you really going to rise up? Like, my army is right here. Good girl. Right, let's give this land to somebody else who is actually loyal. Like Marianne. And okay. So, I ask again. Who should get these territories? So Woolley is one of those three. You're Old Ersteru, so you are not in the running. You're Craven, so you're not in the running, which basically leaves you. Congratulations on getting the Earldom of Woolley. And then next up we have the Earldom of whatever the other one is. You're Old Ersteru. You're not. You are. You're a zealot, so you wouldn't convert. So that basically means it's you. You get the Earldom of Casa. And then finally, Kingdom. So that has basically reduced it down to 4 people. So it's you, you, not you, you're Old Ersteru, or you. I like you the most. You've gone from being a prince to being a king, so you joined the right side. Congratulations. There we go. Job's done. And that's my territory. Is that in Mali? Yes, and you should actually be his vassal. Oh, you're also wrong faith. Come on, people. Come on. Huzzah. Then yes, you get to have this person as your vassal. Congratulations. Who is this person? Count Tib of Timby. Placed nicely at the top of the list. Thank you. And... oh, right. All of this land was torn out of Guinea. So these all need to just be given to you to deal with. You are Voodoo True. So let me just double check that you are in fact in Guinea. You are. All of you are except for these two. These two are in Mali. No, Toro. So this is Sigrid of Gola. This is Countess Kilia. The Kilia? No, different Kilia. Of Kono. This is Prince Mahama of Kabu. And County of 10, Count Sukuma. Can I do it by clicking on this? I can. Okay, that's even better. Right. That's all of those done. Then, can you guys form a duchy by any chance? Yeah, you can. So who of you is the most deserving? I'm going to say you, just because you're slightly more powerful. Okay, good. Nice bit of reshuffling there. Much prefer the power balance in the west of the country now. All of these are fine. All of these are fine. All of that's fine. Although actually you two are counts. Backlin couldn't. Jarin couldn't. We need one more province in the county. I remember now. Okay, Ardid, so you still as stupid powerful as you were. Yeah, 30,000 men. Damn it. If you remove the titles, can you still make them later? Yeah. That was a cloud save. Thank you. Thank you for not saving the game. Stupid thing. Okay. I can't believe how much of a mess this is. It's madness. Are you still alive? Yes, though your armies have actually gone down to 70,000. You're in a lot of wars. King Fadazu has a claim. Guardian can be assigned. Ah, to Eskil. Sweet. So Eskil is charming, so diplomacy or intrigue. You are definitely 100% a diplomat. And Gila is a Grey Eminence with very high learning. Off you go. Ingbjorg owes me more than she's currently paying. Haven't you already found something against her, though? Apparently not. Well, we'll take it. Thank you for the extra soldiers. Much obliged to you. I should also get rid of my army, so we're actually making some money. How's this looking? Barony of Usulu is making 15 ducats on its own. That's half of my income. And a ransom offer, yes. Yes, we will start accepting these ransoms. Unless they're the zealots, in which case we definitely won't. Well, I mean, we would accept a ransom if anyone actually bothered to offer. Half of you don't, though. Like that guy was a zealot. Alright, Dankaran, zealot. You can basically die in prison. Ashbjorn. Isn't a terrible fighter. Okay, so being imprisoned reduces your prowess by... Oh, it doesn't. It just reduces diplomacy. Oh. I see. But I think I'm still going to recruit you. You're not terrible. Neither are you. Oh, you're a modelling, no wonder. Can't recruit you. You were probably already mine. You are very learned. You're just learned in the wrong things. But hey, they're going to pay me a ransom, so off you go. Then all three of you are unwanted zealots. Okay. Betrothed can marry. Terrible match, but go for it. $80. Now he's in poor health. Finally! So he's probably got another 5 years or something in him. And we are making more money, so I think I'm going to continue to increase the size of our knights. We're going to get like 600 of them, I think. They are going to be expensive to maintain, is the only problem. You know what, I think we're going to get one more. We'll just stick with 400. That'll be a good number. And then I think we need to start working a bit more on our economy again. Get our gold mines upgraded. Oh, plus we can just upgrade the capital. We've upgraded the keep, now we can upgrade everything else, like the watchtowers. Yes, I would love to have some more defender advantage and fort level and garrison. It's now a level 6 fort, it will then be a level 7 with over 1,000 man garrison. Cool. That'll help. Mordling Kolima. My vassal created a cadet branch. Ah, we're now fascinated with sappers. Siege phase time minus 10%. Sweet. So sieges will go even faster. A declaration of love. The clang of weapons and excited cheers draw me towards the courtyard. What is going on? I find two fully armoured warriors engaging in a breathtaking sparring match. Never before have I seen such skill with a sword, and I cannot look away. With a final reckless assault, one of the fighters disarms the other. To my surprise, she kneels before me and takes off her helmet. It is my guest, Gerda, who is bloody good at fighting. I dedicate the victory to you, Emperor Risk, he says solemnly. Pretty sure that's a she, but I could be wrong. Fearless atheist with crazy good prowess. Vengeful, just, and brave. I mean, I do appreciate good fighting ability. Yay or nay? Crikey, it's 20 past 8 already. I felt like I've been going for about half an hour, and in fact it's 3 hours. We've made it to the right old age of 23. I'm going to say... no. Abandon. Sorry. You fight good, but that's it. Immediately, civil wars start to break out, but that's not my problem. An answer to all situations. I understand your interest in deepening your grasp on warfare. Mayor Ofemi runs a hand through his hair as he approaches me. I might be able to help you see the battlefield in new ways. Ofemi is well known for his mastery of all kinds of varied tactics. If there is one who could help me understand, it would be him. Really? I want to learn. I could become a flexible leader. There's a defense advantage. I'm usually pretty good at picking my battles. I'm going to say no. Soz. However, I do actually want to sway you because I believe... yeah, you're the incredibly wealthy city owner. And the more that I sway you, the more taxes you pay. Usually it's 20%, 25%. You're currently paying 21, so yes, it can go up. Alright, speed 4. You're down to 50,000. Who are you fighting that's so strong? 50,000 against 2,000 is not that. 10,000 against 50, 60,000. It might be that one. Or 57,000 against 2,000. No, it's not that one. So it must be this one. The Prabu Yusung invasion of Galipo of Yu. Yeah, battles lost, -1. I mean, that's still 50,000 soldiers, which is a few. And we can now get our additional unit of Kniggets, which we'll get. Okay. So we now have as many troops as we want. Kolonkan's pregnant again. Cool. Available Dynasty Legacy. Yeah, so we can now choose these. It's not Guile. We've done basically nothing with Guile the entire game, so I guess we'll start down the bloodline. Chance of inheriting good congenital traits plus 30%. Chance of inheriting new good congenital traits plus 30%. Bit weird you get both of them. I would have thought it would be just like chance of getting new ones plus 30 or something. You were just hemorrhaging soldiers. Martial lifestyle. Never back down. Friendly casualties down. Advantage +5. So we're becoming a pretty good general now. My daughter! Aha! This is going to be Hexdex. May you grow to be wise and strong. Okay. Good stuff. You're down to 40,000. If you make it down to 30, then it might be doable. Except for the fact that you will replenish back up to that. Yeah, you see you've lost all of your men-at-arms. So those massive hordes would just be levies. No, Ardid took over Egypt again. They're only considered superior as opposed to vastly superior. A question of loyalty. My wife is with child and I should be overjoyed. However, she's been acting strange and I cannot shake the feeling that something is wrong. Am I really the father as she claims or has she betrayed our marriage? Impatient, generous, content. I can't imagine she would. She might. Look into this discreetly. We get a 91% chance of success. Sure. You must understand. I never want to hurt you. Tears are streaming down her face. After a drawn-out silence, she finally admits it. Mayor Philip is the true father of this child. Everyone will know of your infidelity. You bitch. In prison. Now that the whole story is out in the open, my wife and her behaviour are about to face the consequences of their action. Yeah, they are. She has been apprehended and awaits the fate safely in my dungeons. Well, obviously there's only one fate for this. Kathunk. Goodbye. Don't care that she was pregnant. It's not my child. Oh wait, she wasn't pregnant. She was just the daughter. So Hexdex. Is apparently actually mine. Alright, well, let's get married again. Next! Yuma's quite good. Less good at the fightiness. And I would still like to have somebody who is good at fighting. Also quite like somebody who's just. You know what, let's do this. Let's say they have to be just. Unfortunately, the just people aren't very good at fighting. Thought adultery wasn't a crime. It's not, but I'm vengeful. I would definitely have my revenge, and I would have it in a very direct manner, namely by lopping her head off. I'm not a hypocrite. I didn't sleep with anyone. Almost did. But didn't. Right, so not really being sold on any of these. Let's say an age difference of 10. So Bintao is a fighter. You're a zealot. You're sadistic. Arrogant, lustful, giant. None of these are jumping out. Hmm. I mean, this is definitely going Yuma's the best candidate here. She's the most balanced, so we would just keep her on, like, doing everything. Cynical, gregarious, ambitious. I mean, the traits are really good. Alright, Yuma it is. Not matrilineal. Marry. And there we go. Virtuous Count celebrated. Speaking of which, I can now finally replace you. And Ingbjorg is only 34 with a 24 learning. And she's a powerful vassal who really wants a position on the council. There we go. Marvellous. Now, are there places we need to convert? Yes, yes there are. And you should probably get to work on that. Let's go for Kaor first, seeing as it's one of, like, the original locations. And allllll would be a much better spy master than you. An insane adventurer. Sounds fun. And Maya Gorm isn't a powerful vassal. Fatuma is, but there's no way I'm giving her a role. So we'll assign you. And there we go. Right. Safe. Probably. Rackets! Ah, you're gaining soldiers again. Damn. What I need is these two to go into a war. Like, they're neighbours. They should be fighting. Yes, I can show you the Dynasty Tree. Give me a second. Today I'm observing Erica as he trains some of the new levies, but the recruits under his command resemble a disorganized mob more than an army. I look on as he struggles to gain control of the situation, clearly pushed to his limits. While it's never easy to train new soldiers, he seriously needs to do better than this. Why is he training? Teach him what I know about command. He gains 3 martial, he gains opinion. Cheer him up after the training is over. Or chastise him for his failure. No, we'll teach him about command. We can do that.
Raiding party!
Republic of Play! Thank you very much for the raid. Very much appreciate that. Hello, hello, hello. How are you all doing today? So while you guys are arriving, I had a question about the Dynasty Tree. Oh, are you saying I should have saved it because it crashes? No. Good. Because it's getting a bit big. All started Duke Stein. He was the first. And then it went to Duke Innkeeper. And then after Innkeeper, it was Odium Infinitus. And then it was Leto. Then it was Realias II. Then Queen Frank I, Frogger Pirate. Yeah, then it was Queen Frank II. Then King Esbadkins, King Anon. King Crazy Tom, Empress Eagle Slayer. And then Eagle Slayer had jumped. Ah yes, Empress Glumshine. And then the Emperor Risk. And that's where we are now. So we've jumped a couple of bits around here. I mean, it's still direct line. But after Eagle Slayer, Requin and Kage both died. Then we got Glumshine. And then Glumshine's daughter, Two Dog Knight, died. And then it went to the grandson. Which was good, because there are a whole bunch of other dynasties appearing here. And now we have kind of a bit of a shaky line here. But we're back in. We do have 3 children, so I think we're more or less secure at this point. So, Republic of Play, how's your game going? Danelaw raiding. Right, yes, you were doing Danelaw. There is, or there was, a Danelaw. Yep, still here. It's been interesting for Britain. As you can see, Britain's still a bit of a mess, even in 1362. So, for those of you just arriving, we started out as the Count of Gotland. From Gotland, we became the Jarl of Holland, and then eventually founded Friesland, which unfortunately, or Frisia, which has seen better days. Europe has exploded. I'm not really sure why, but a whole bunch of the really big titles in Europe just imploded. So there was East Franconia, Frisia, West Francia, Britannia, Sweden, Venice. These are all like really major powers, and all of them have kind of exploded. Especially Britannia. Britannia had fully unified the British Isles, and then it hasn't. West Francia owned all of this and had actually pushed into Marwynid. Marwynid since pushed back. Andalusia still exists, although unfortunately they are now Malawadi as opposed to Orsatru. They are, however, still Norse. So the Norse part has survived. They've just changed religion. And Swedish is actually being made obsolete at this point. Norse is coming back in a really big way, which is kind of hilarious. We went Norse to Swedish, but then back to Norse. And then down here, which is where we actually are, we are the Empire of Mali, and we're starting to come up against some of the real superpowers of the game. So we have the Adids with their 62,000 soldiers. We have the Rakids with their 39,000. Although that is a shadow of what they can actually raise. They can get up to 100,000. Although with 39,000, I did say if it drops to 30,000, I'd go to war with them. And I really, really should. Although my income right now is a bit lower than I would like it to have been for this situation. Who are you at war with? You're losing both of these fights. Somehow. Even with that many troops, you are losing these fights. You are in poor health. You are now 82. I don't think you're going to survive for that much longer. Are you a genius? You have lover's pox. You're a drunkard and you're obese, and yet you've somehow made it to 82. How have you achieved this? You're also 5,000 ducats in debt, yeah. Rakids are male-only primogeniture. The Empire is. But the thing which I'm counting on is the fact that there are this many kingdoms. That's going to really piss off their vassals. So I'm expecting the vassals to rise up against them. Venice is crushing it. Venice was about 3 times the size of this. Venice owned all of this and also probably 2/3 of Bavaria. They went all the way up to here. Hungary is resurging. Actually, I would say that the success story of this game so far, Byzantines. They were wiped out pretty much at one point, and yet they are actually starting to re-establish themselves. Although the Adids and the Rakids are definitely starting to push in on them. Number of kingdoms doesn't affect vassal opinions, as far as I know, it's just number of duchies. Under an empire it should. It should work in the same way you can have 2 kingdoms. Otherwise, what's stopping you from just hoarding all the kingdoms yourself? In which case, what's the point of the empire? Kingdoms should definitely, under an empire, start causing problems. Isa has also re-established itself, although their armies have definitely not recovered. Now the scary thing here is if I go to war with Rakik, Adid, who I do control territories from, might come after me. It doesn't? Really? Yeah, I know he's medicine. And I know he's finished whole body, but still. What is Latium? It's Rome. It's the non-papal Rome. It's the Islamic Rome. Melee has come back in a big way. Oh, India's gone very Islamic. Well, under these guys, it's not that surprising. So they are basically the proto-Mughals. the Rakids. Catholics are almost extinct. I mean, they've been pretty much extinct forever. Little outpost here, and that's it. Like, they're gone from Italy. Even Orsatru is starting to struggle. I mean, they're still really strong here in the north, and actually really, really nice to see that my efforts in Russia were not completely for naught, because Sweden and Bjarmeland have been splitting that between them, and look how strong Osterö in Russia is right now. That's good to see. In fact, they may even wipe out Sarmatian. But Cabarite's still going strong, Orthodox is still strong, Wildesian has definitely supplanted Catholicism. Wulawadi. This is kind of where Islam reached, I think, before Charles Martel. Charles Martel pushed the Muslims out of France before Charlemagne. Which is a period of history I know very little about, and yet it sounds really interesting. Because the Muslims were really pushing into France, more than you would have expected. Wait, was that Samaritan? Oh, it is Samaritan. I'm sorry. But I know almost nothing about that period, at all. Battle of Tours between Tours and Poitiers. Which is here. This is this is exactly how far north they got. It's Charles Martel all over again. West Francia has fallen to Old Ursatru. Oh, but look who's in charge. They have the female Queen Marguerite of Arc. Could she be their own Joan of Arc? We shall see. Probably not. But we shall see. Oh, do I go after the Rakids? I don't know. I feel like I need to do something. Otherwise, we're just going to completely fall on our face when it comes to going after India. And actually, before we do that, we need to start actually fabricating on something. So, where would I like in India? What would be good for us? I mean, actually, Ceylon. And then from Ceylon, we could hopefully get to Burma. Let's do that. Let's fabricate down here. It's flat lands as well, which is nice. Actually, one thing I would like to see. Yeah, there's a load of farmland here. Farmland would be really... Whoa, that's just completely farmland too. 3... 6... 7 counties? Oh, 7 baronies? Seven barony. I was counting that, thinking that those were separate counties. They're not. Those are baronies. 52 development as well. Yeah, Madurai would be amazing to take. No bloody wonder they're getting so many soldiers. So Madurai is part of the Cayenne Emirate, which is all of this. That's another very wealthy farmland. Yeah, that southern part of India. Oof. And I would assume up here as well. Yeah, this is all farmland. Now, where is it? Where is the place that I am looking for? It should be... probably this. Gorda. Farendra. Which bit's Tirhut? It's one of these. But none of these areas are called Tirhut. So I don't know exactly where it is. It wasn't mountainous. I don't think it goes that far north. And it was farmland in EU4. So I'm pretty sure it's this area. Although actually no, that's Bengal, isn't it? Maybe Tirhut's more over here. Let's actually just do a search. See if there is a Tirhut. No. There's Kathmandu. It was very close to Kathmandu, so it's definitely in this region. It was north of the river. There's Jaunpur. It's next to Jaunpur, so it would be kind of... Yeah, it's this area. I'm fairly sure Tirhut's this bit. Raj of Gauda. I think it's that. Anyway, that's not what I'm looking at right now. Delhi's. Oh, okay. It's like, that's not Delhi. That's... Oh, okay. That is Delhi. So, do we want to go for the islands, which might be slightly easier to conquer? Because once we're there. More dangerous, too. Or do we want to go for Ceylon? Or do we want to go for a big prize like Madurai? I think we probably want to go for Ceylon. And then use it as a staging ground for an attack on one. It's a long way away from, like, a lot of their other stuff, so hopefully their armies won't appear. And if they do, this is all flat. Well, this is all flat. I was kind of hoping that there would be a river crossing here, or a straight crossing, but there isn't. Yeah, I'm thinking Ceylon as well. So I think we're going to go and fabricate on Trincomalee. Done in a year. We'll see how their army goes. I pull Erica over to one side while his recruits attempt to continue their training. The key thing with training new soldiers is instilling discipline, I tell him. Without that, you'll be unable to depend on them to follow your orders. After I finish, Erica thanks me before strolling back into the field, where he quickly takes control of the situation. He has become a better commander. What's special about Tirhut? It was my nation in one of the big multiplayer games we did. It was a one-province minor, and I managed to survive. As a streamer in a multiplayer game, as an OPM, and I survived. It's one of my proudest achievements. I became a real powerhouse too. I was basically the Bank of India, just because I developed it up so high. It was really, 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 really wealthy. Hunter, the troublemaker, my vassal Duchess Mariam, approaches me, rage in her eyes. I'm not compensating you. We don't like each other anyway. It's just a dag. Bastard child can be a blessing or a curse, but what does it really mean? Open this for a rundown. Who's the bastard? I think it's because your secret never came out. Is it still considered a secret? I have no secrets. Having bastard children is not all bad. They can be married away for alliances. While not being a direct threat to your succession, they're not considered legitimate. Might even be a good idea to keep a few bastard children around so that they can be legitimised should you find yourself short of non-bastard children. However, remember to keep an eye on the opinion your spouse has of you. If you want to have bastard children, we recommend you use the seduction scheme on unmarried children. If you seduce a married woman, her husband may think the child is his. If this happens, you cannot legitimise the child. Okay. Again, I'm at war. Thanks for telling me. Against who? This? Yes. So let's just go and take their city. What does the local army raise? Mostly your men-at-arms. Basically anyone that's close to the banner. I don't know exactly like how far it goes, but it's just a lot quicker than raising everything. Otherwise it will take like 3 months because it will be raising troops from all the way over here. 1. Empty council position. We need a new steward. Thankfully, Kin is a pretty good steward. So, welcome to the job. %. Okay, victory's ours. Huzzah. And we are raising more and more money. How's their army? Yeah, see, it's recovering. I've prowled through documents both ancient and of less certain providence. Claim on that. Claim on the entire emirate, or no? We're going to take the whole emirate. Sinhala is clearly mine. Always has been, always will be. Hunter, the charmed vassal. I stumble upon my vassal, Queen Futumata, crouching beside the dog Hunter, vigorously scratching his stomach. That's nice. Also, we can also pet the dog, can't we? Yes, we can. You lose some stress. As I stroke Hunter's white fur, I feel my worries dissipating. I have someone's unwavering loyalty, and to know they will always stay by my side. If only the people around me were more like you, Hunter. We sit together for minutes, his tail wagging and shoulders relaxing, until I am ready to face the world again. Get rid of some stress, which is good. So who are you fighting right now? You're still fighting against you, so your armies might be off somewhere in the north. And your men-at-arms regiments are still awful. So your forces are going to be primarily levies. And yeah, they're 5,000 in red. Let's get a little bit more money. There's still a chance that this man will die. I'm still holding out for this chance. Oh. We paused? We paused. I am glad that I didn't, because here come the Adhid Sultanate. With their 56,000. For the Earldom of Mercuria. Which is that one. They're trying to cut me in half again. Okay, your low character is the subject of Greek plays. I have long coveted your lands, only to be denied possession of them. No more! The time has come for me to finally get what I deserve. Okay, well, we're going to be fighting in the floodplains of Mercuria. And yeah, this is absolutely cliffhanger time. So, thank you very much for watching. I do hope you're enjoying this. I was waiting for the cliffhanger to be against the other guys, but I'm really glad that they decided to declare war first. Because now we'll have a truce with them for when we go after the Rakids. It's just going to be a question of whether we can hold them off. So thank you very much for watching. I do hope you've enjoyed this. If you have, you should definitely hit that follow button so that you get notifications when I go live again in the future, which will be at 10 PM this evening for more of the Empire of Mali. And we shall see if we get over to India or not. We have got less than 100 years. We're down to about 80 now. So time's ticking. and we need to kind of get a move on. If you're really enjoying this, then do hit that subscribe button so you get so you can support the channel, or you can also check out the Patreon, which you can find at patreon.com/MordredViking. That is where I am picking my names from at the moment, though I will also use subscribers once those have had their round. I have a YouTube channel, which is where you can find the beginning of the series, if you are interested in seeing just how on earth we got from Gotland, this tiny little island up here, to becoming the Empire of Mali. You can find that on the YubTubs, which is youtube.com/MordredViking. I do also have a Discord, which is where the community hangs out. They're a cool bunch, and it's always a real pleasure to see some new faces over there. So come along, say hello. You'll be more than welcome. Right, I'm going to see who else is playing this at the moment. And we'll throw them a raid. Oh, Marbazir's on. Cool. Let's go raid Marbazir. He's usually on a lot later than this. So head on over to Marbs, say hello from Mordred Viking. I'd love to see his chat absolutely lit up with Viking Raid, which you can do like this. Or, if you are a subscriber and have access to our wonderful emotes, you can just copy and paste that one. Let's go and make our presence well and truly known. Show him what Vikings can do. Marbazir truly is one of the nicest people around. He is a fantastic streamer. Really enjoy his content. He does a lot of turn-based tactical stuff like XCOM and also Civilization. Civilization's how I know him. But I've met him at ParadoxCon multiple times, and he truly is just one of the most wonderful streamers. So go along, go say hello. I'm sure he'd appreciate it. Thanks everyone for watching. I will catch you guys in 1 hour from now, 10 PM. Until then, goodbye.